Alright guys, today could be an exciting day. I'm actually headed down to Salisbury to Faith Farm Equipment Sales. They're in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's about a 45-minute ride for me, but they might have the splitter that I want. So I'm gonna go check it out. They also have some other splitters on the floor that I'm gonna look at and see what's going on. But yeah, guys, could be coming home with a Wolf Ridge. Y'all stay tuned. And if you're wondering why my voice is really deep right now, I got something in my throat. I think I just woke up with a little cough today, but feel fine. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, so we're in. This one we're looking at right here is the one that I came for. It was the 28 high output. While I was there, I looked at other customers' splitters, and I found out that I did not want the 28 high output because that one didn't have the electric start. And I thought the electric start could be added on, but it actually is a whole separate engine. So that's why I didn't buy that splitter. This one right here is the super high output. These are the only two splitters that they had for sale. They had other splitters that they showed me that were already purchased or they were working on. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't walk out with a splitter today, but I did order one. And I'm super excited. It should be here by July 4th. Alright guys, so I'm back from going to check out the log splitters. I'll tell you guys what I've learned, and I'll give you some numbers and all that. So another thing I want to tell you guys is for all these splitters that I'm pricing here, I have put in the 6-way into that total. Now the super high output already comes with this 6-way, so it wasn't an extra amount, it just was included in the price of it. But for the 228 splitters, they're charging $485 before tax for a 6-way. So really, if you're looking for one of these machines and you don't need the 6-way, just subtract $500 from it. And the price is actually $500 if you're using a credit card or non-cash. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the 3 splitters that I was looking at and comparing for what I needed. Okay, so the first splitter that I have, I'm gonna start from smallest, or actually, yeah, smallest to the largest. So the first one I was looking at was the Pro 28C, and I was looking at it with the Magnum package. So it had the 6.5 second cycle time, 13 horsepower GX 390. It had an auto cycle, the log lift, the adjustable 4-way, and I got the 6-way added to that. And that splitter has the smaller frame, so it only tows at 40 miles per hour. So that's the one that I was looking at first. And now I will tell you this is with a certified check or cash. They take 3% off the total if you use cash or certified check. So that's what I did. I chose the cheapest way. So with tax and all, this is North Carolina state tax, it was $10,710.70. Tax was $700, so call it basically $10,000 before tax. So then the next step up that I was looking at was the 28 high output. The 28 high output, it has the same electric start motor, the GX 390, 13 horsepower. It's got auto cycle, 4-way wedge, hydraulics, 6-way wedge, all that. Now the difference between the 28 high output and the 28 Pro C was the 28 high output had a bigger frame, so you were able to tow at 80 miles an hour. And what that did is, because it was a bigger frame and bigger tires, the splitter was actually higher up, so you have to bend over less, which is a nice thing. As well as it had a 28-gallon aluminum hydraulic tank, whereas the 28 Pro C has I think it's a 25-gallon tank, and it's not aluminum. So those are your main differences there. They both have an electric start, both 6-ways, all that. So because of the frame and all that, the log lift is going to lift more. It's going to lift like 700-800 pounds versus the 300 to 400 pounds. And of course, it's got the 6.5 second cycle time as well. This one, before tax, is $11,465, and then $802 in tax. It brings it out to $12,267. And then the third and final one that I was looking at was the Mac Daddy. I was looking at the 35 super high output. I was looking at the 35 because, you know, I was like, well, if I'm going to spend $10,000 on a splitter, well, you know, what's a couple thousand more for the Mac Daddy, right? It comes with a 20 horsepower motor. So then it also comes with the oil cooler for hydraulic oil. It's got the big towing package, or the big frame, so you can tow with it 80 mile per hour, so it does sit higher. It does have the 28 gallon tank that the 28 high output has, but the 28 Pro C doesn't have. And also with this price, I didn't get fenders on this price, so fenders I think were like another $250 or $200 or $250. So this is not included in the price. And I got the standard wheels, not the alloy wheels. There's other things you can add, but this is like the basics of what I needed. Now this splitter versus the other two splitters, it has a 7.5 cycle time, where the 228s that I looked at were the 6.5 second cycle time. So it's a 1 second difference, but you're getting way more power. So that is what we're looking at. Now the 35 super high output was $14,835 after tax, and that's with the 6-way as well. So $13,865 before tax. So you're looking at a $2,500 difference between the 28 high output and the 35 super high output, and you're looking at about almost $5,000 difference between the 28 Pro C. One thing that I could say that the 28 Pro C has that neither the high output or the super high output has is it has where you can tow from either side of the splitter. Now, most people might not think that's nice or whatever, but I do, because y'all know how small my yard is. Like, there's a lot of times where I can't move my splitter unless I'm moving it myself. So having the lighter splitter is very helpful there, and then being able to move the splitter both ways is super helpful when you have small space to work. But yeah, and if y'all ask why I'm looking at the 28 and then went straight to the Mac Daddy, because really it's a $500 difference from the 35 super output and the 28 super high output. So I was like, what's $500 when I can get the Mac Daddy? So if y'all had any questions why I wasn't looking at the 28 super high output, that's why. So guys, yeah, you know, I gave you these numbers. These are numbers that are in North Carolina. Like I said, I don't know how much different they are per state. And that's why I wanted to give y'all before taxes as well, because sales taxes I know are definitely different. But yeah, guys, so I want y'all to put in the comments what y'all think I should get for my needs, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.